Natalie. It's Hot Shot Adventures. I'm in another hotel, so I have to wait for this load, you guys. I'm in Springfield, Missouri. I have to wait 2 days to pick up this tiny home. I just dropped it off this morning to a trade show, and I gotta wait 2 days to pick it back up. So I get to catch up on doing some videos for you guys and some paperwork. I have invoices and stuff to do as well, so I'm gonna do all of that. But I just wanted to share with you guys my experience and what I do when it comes to the holiday season. And I would love to hear on the comments if you guys let me know how you guys work and plan your holiday season, whether you're gonna run, whether you don't run, you do run, you know, what kind of schedule that you keep. I think it's good for the newbies out there to follow along and listen and see kind of what our game plan and what our strategies are. So I'll just kind of share with you guys, you know, my strategies. And again, this is all based off of the open market load boards, okay? So if you are blessed and you have some direct customers and you are running for them, then just sit there and listen, because you were good, okay? If you got direct customers, you're good, right? But this is from my experience from last week, which was Thanksgiving week, and working off of the open market, which is the load boards. What I tend to do, right, is I've been doing this for 5 years. So what I've learned and what's kind of my strategy is I normally judge how I'm gonna play Christmas and New Year's based off of how Thanksgiving week plays out. If Thanksgiving week is good and the rates are good and brokers seem to be nice and wanting to play fair and still negotiate and value our services, especially as for those of us who choose to still be out so close to the damn holidays, if they're playing nice and they're being good, then usually I might play during Christmas time or as it gets closer to, you know, 24th, 25th and all of that. I don't party on New Year's, but I usually like to stay home, you know, make sure the horses and the dogs and everybody's okay, and you know, my kids tucked in and everybody's, you know, nice and safe at the house. So I tend to usually be home for New Year's, but I'm not like partying and staying up. So if Thanksgiving is good, I might play close around, stay out, you know, out on the road and be hanging out and still be chasing the money a little bit during, you know, as it gets closer to Christmas time. Well, last week was Thanksgiving, right? And my experience with this last week of Thanksgiving was the load boards sucked. The brokers sucked. Nobody seemed to value or care about us carriers that were still out on the road, still trying to book loads, still trying to, you know, get some revenue in as we try to route ourselves closer to the house. None of them seemed to care. It was really cutthroat. It was really ugly. I talked to some brokers. I had one load that got canceled. That was a whole freaking nightmare. They were assholes. And then I had one that I booked a recovery load after that load. And then that broker, you know, my driver shows up, and then that broker was like, oh, sorry. Yeah, that load doesn't go to Oklahoma. It goes to Wisconsin. Do you want to go to Wisconsin? It was Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving at noon, you guys. It was $1,000 load from Ohio to Oklahoma, supposedly. It was a small partial, whatever. And he's like, oh, unless you want to go to Wisconsin. And I'm like, no, we don't. We want to go to Oklahoma, which is the load that we booked. But that got screwed up, didn't it? He's, oh, yeah, my sales guy screwed up the addresses. Dry run. $150. So, you know, my driver was expecting to go and pick up $1,000 bill, and instead he got $150 middle finger, which, you know, what can we do? And that screwed him up, you know, because it was Wednesday at freaking noon when the next day is Thanksgiving. So my experience with this Thanksgiving was just really rough. It was negative. Like I said, the brokers didn't seem to want to budge on rates. They didn't want to negotiate. They don't care if you've been in business for 5 years. They don't care if you're already set up with them and have good standing with them and, you know, not canceling loads and executing the loads on time and delivering them and everything. They don't give a shit. They're still trying to nickel and dime you. They're still trying to play carrier against carrier. Oh, I got a guy who said he would do it for 800. I'm like, okay, well, I guess he can have it then, because I'm not gonna. You got it posted for 9, and if you want it for 8, then you should have posted it for 8. You know, I'm calling on it at 9, and I'm gonna ask you for 11. You know, so if you got somebody for 8, more power to you. You know, and that just kind of leads me to how this runs into the Christmas, you know, the holiday season of December. I tend to judge, like I said, you guys, I judge, you know, how I play Christmas and December and New Year's off of how Thanksgiving is. And with the rates being as what they have been, I already told my guys, you know what, it ain't gonna happen. We all need money. We all need to run right now. But again, with the rates and the brokers, how they are right now, I told my guys, you know what? The week between Christmas and New Year's, everybody's going to be off. I'll pay the insurance. I don't give a shit. Nobody's going to be working. I don't need anybody stressed out, again, knowing that they need to be home for the holidays, knowing that we have, everybody has family obligations, and stuff. And there's no need for us to be out so close to the holiday season when we're just getting pitted, against each other and have to fight for scraps. Like, I already called it. I'm like, no, we're out. I threw my cards down on the table. Fuck it. F it. I'm out. Like, I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to put my guys in a stressful situation and have them have to make tough decisions, like booking some shit that's $1.50 a freaking mile just to get them home, or them having to make the tough decision whether they want the $1.50 or whether they want to take the hit and deadhead home. If it's for me personally, like, I'll deadhead home, and I know there are a lot of you out there who will do the same. And I'm grateful to you guys. I'm grateful to you guys who stand firm, and don't take that cheap shit. So it makes the broker have to negotiate with somebody, that I'm grateful for you guys that are out there doing it. But it's tough. Not everybody's gonna do that. Somebody's gonna, a lot of carriers out there are gonna break, and they're gonna take that, $1.20, $1.30, $1.50. And I'm not talking about just hotshot loads, you guys, okay? I'm talking about dry van. I'm talking about flatbed, full 44,000 pound truckloads that some of these brokers are trying to sell for $1.50. Like, I can't even operate my hotshot rig at $1.50. Why would I do it at $1.50? Much less, I don't know how the big rig guys are doing it, how they're doing it. And that just goes to show you, like, how the open market is right now. It's really, really volatile, and they are really, really, just squeezing us. They're just squeezing us. And that's why, this Christmas, the first couple Christmases that I ran, it was good, so I'm like, F it, I'll stay out, I'll stay out till 2 or 1 day before. I'll come home Christmas Eve. I don't, I'm cool. Like, but these last few Christmases, it's been pretty rough. And this one, I just finally decided, you know what? I don't need the stress. I don't need my guys stressed out. I told them, you know what? Everybody's going to stay home. If you guys don't have family stuff to do, work on your trucks, work on your trailers, do all your maintenance, have everything in, spick and span, spotless and waxed and washed and all of that good stuff, so that when January 2nd or 3rd comes, when we get ready to rock and roll, we can hit it hard and, hopefully resume normal program. But, we'll see how it goes. I mean, this year has been really rough for all of my guys. It's been really rough. And not been no walk in the park for me either. It's been rough, it's been a rough ride. And that's what trucking is. Trucking is a very volatile industry with very long lows and sometimes brief highs. And hopefully, for those of us who can just kind of maintain, that we stay in the game. But this Christmas season, we're staying home. I'm gonna cuddle up with the dogs. I'm gonna do some house projects, you guys. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna ride the ponies. I'm gonna mess around, wash my trucks, do whatever, change fuel filters. I don't know what I'm gonna do, get alignments, whatever. I'm gonna do regular stuff, and I'm gonna watch the load board. So I'm gonna do another video, after or around Christmas time, just to see, what the load boards are actually giving us out there to show you guys, and hopefully, the gamble that I'm deciding on to make today, the choice that I make today is probably, and what I would say is the smart one, is just to stay out of it, just to stay out of it this year. None of us need it. If we're going to be out there, if any of you guys are going to be out there running close to Christmas and close to New Year's, make sure that you're out there for a damn good reason. Make sure that you're freaking getting paid. Not everybody is willing to stay out there. And for those of you that are going to stay out there this Christmas season, I truly, truly hope that you don't get stuck anywhere, that you don't got to deal with shitty brokers or shitty shippers, and that you don't get stuck on some crazy ass load. I hope that everything goes smoothly and that you get paid right, because we have to value ourselves. It takes a lot of money and time and effort and risk and blood and sweat and tears to run and operate these trucks. Whether you run hotshot, I don't care what you run, it doesn't matter. If you are in trucking in any facet, it is not an easy deal. So hopefully, I hope that you guys are getting paid, okay? If not, then stay your ass at home like me and we'll just watch the shit show. We'll watch it together. You guys, if you guys have any suggestions for the people who are new or looking into this business on kind of tactically how you plan, you know, the holidays and what you guys do, I would love to hear it in the comments. I hope everybody had a beautiful and blessed Thanksgiving at home with your families. I know I did. Lexi and I did a little project. You guys can check that out on the other channel. We built like a cover, like a carport, I guess, for the side-by-side, and that turned out really good. She did a great job. Mom helped. I mean, it was cool. That's how I spent my Thanksgiving. I ate a lot of turkey and stuffing, and we did our little project, and it was a lot of fun, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I hope you guys had a good one, and stay firm, know your value, you guys. You know your freaking value. If you're gonna stay out for Christmas, be safe, be blessed. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.